Listen, if you're a man over 50 or you love someone who is, you need to hear this. Because when I tell people I'm 91, take 0 medications, and still drive myself wherever I want, they look at me like I'm telling a joke. But this isn't luck. This isn't genetics. And it definitely didn't happen by accident. These were 5 daily habits that completely transformed my body and my mind. 5 habits that anyone can start no matter what age you're at right now. And today, I want to talk to you like you're sitting right here with me. I want to share exactly what I learned after helping millions of people around the world. Because if these habits kept me healthy at 91, imagine what they can do for you at 50, 60, or even 70. But before I break down the first habit, let me start with this. Your body is not aging as fast as you believe. What's aging is your routine, your timing, your choices, the small things you do every single day without even realizing they're creating tension, inflammation, stiffness, and stress inside your body. Most men over 50 think their energy drops because they're getting old. But the truth is the timing of what you eat, how you move, how you breathe, when you rest, when you expose yourself to light, and how you start your morning, all of this plays a far bigger role than age. And I want to make this absolutely clear that age does not control your health. Habits do. I've worked with so many men who told me, Doc, I'm slowing down, or I feel stiff, or my memory isn't the same, or my body feels heavier than before. And I always tell them, your body is talking to you. But you have to learn the language. See, after 50, a man's challenges shift, not because he's broken, but because his body needs a different strategy. What used to work in your 20s and 30s doesn't work the same anymore. Not because you're declining, but because your internal engine needs a new maintenance plan. Let's talk about some of these common challenges. You wake up tired even after a full night of rest. Your joints feel stiff when you stand up after sitting for a while. Your muscles recover slower than they used to. Your digestion feels sluggish. Your motivation feels inconsistent. Your focus drifts more easily. You don't feel as sharp as before. Your stress takes a little longer to calm down. You get irritated more easily. And sometimes you just don't feel like yourself. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And here's the thing. None of this means something is wrong with you. It means your body has entered a new phase of life where the margin for error becomes smaller. When you were young, you could get away with poor sleep, late meals, inconsistent routines, processed food, skipping movement, long stressful days. But after 50, the body becomes more reactive. Not weaker, just more responsive. That means every choice matters more. Every meal affects you more. Every night of poor sleep hits harder. Every moment of stress stays longer in the system. But the good news, this also means every positive change works faster. Every morning habit helps more. Every breath, stretch, walk, glass of water, and nutrient-rich meal creates a stronger impact than it did before. Your body becomes more efficient at responding to good habits if you give it the right ones. So today I want to give you the first habit that changed everything for me. It's simple. It's easy. You can start it tomorrow morning, and it's something I've been doing for decades. But before I tell you exactly what it is, you need to understand why morning is the most important moment for a man over 50. When you wake up, your body is in a state of repair. Your nervous system is calm. Your digestion is reset. Your hormones are in their natural rhythm. Your mind is open, clear, and ready to set the tone for the entire day. That first hour after waking is the most powerful healing window you have. It determines whether your body spends the day inflamed or balances, stiff or flexible, mentally foggy or mentally sharp. And yet most men start their morning with coffee before hydration. Rushing instead of breathing, worry instead of gratitude, screens instead of sunlight, sugar instead of nourishment, tension instead of movement. When you start your morning like this, your body stays in a reactive, stressed, inflamed state for the rest of the day. But when you start with the right habits, everything changes. Your energy rises, your mind sharpens, your digestion wakes up, your stress stays lower. Your joints loosen, your breathing deepens, your day becomes easier. This is exactly what I discovered in my 50s, and these habits carried me all the way into my 60s, 70s, 80s, and now 91 without medications, without chronic pain, and without losing independence. So let's dive into the first daily habit that changed my life. It starts the moment you open your eyes in the morning, not 30 minutes later, not after breakfast, not after checking your phone. Right away, right when your feet hit the ground, right when your mind is quiet and your body is ready to receive this gentle reset. And this habit is so simple you may think, Doc, how can this make such a big difference? But trust me, when you do this consistently, your body responds in the most powerful way. What is it? It's the alignment, breath, and body wake up ritual, something I developed over years of watching what helps men feel younger, lighter, and more mentally focused. Let me walk you through it slowly. All right, now that we've set the foundation, let's go right into this first habit, the alignment, breath, and body wake up ritual. This is the habit I have done every morning for decades. It takes less than 2 minutes, but the way it resets your body is unbelievable. And when you're over 50, this is the one moment of the day where your body listens the most. It responds the quickest. It heals the fastest. The moment you wake up before you grab your phone, before you turn on the TV, before you even think about what's ahead of you, I want you to do this one thing. Sit up slowly, place your feet on the ground, close your eyes, and take one long, controlled breath in through your nose. Slowly. deeply, and then let the air fall out of your chest naturally. Don't force it. Don't push it. Let it soften out of you. You'll notice something immediately. The mind clears. The tension drops from your neck. Your shoulders sink just a little lower. Your chest expands. Your heart rate steadies. This is your nervous system coming online the right way. Not with stress, not with pressure, but with balance. Now, some men ask me, Doc, why is breathing so important in the morning? Because for men over 50, the very first breath of the day sets the tone for your entire nervous system. If you start the day breathing fast, shallow, rushed, your brain stays in a stressed mode for hours. But if your first breath is deep, slow, and controlled, the brain releases chemicals that increase clarity, calmness, and circulation. And circulation is everything, especially as we age. Better circulation means more oxygen to your brain, more oxygen to your muscles, more oxygen to your joints, more oxygen to every single tissue that keeps you moving. So after that first deep breath, I want you to take 3 more, not 10, not 20, just 3, but each one done with intention. You breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 2, and release through your mouth slowly. That's it. This technique wakes up the vagus nerve, the same nerve that tells your body, hey, everything's okay, no need for tension right now. You'd be amazed how much of the stiffness you feel in your back, neck, and hips is not actually physical. It's neurological. It's tension stored inside your nervous system, and the breath is the key to unlocking it. Now, once you've taken those 4 breaths, keep your eyes closed and roll your shoulders forward and backward a few times, nice and gentle. You're not exercising, you're waking up your fascia, your muscles, your lymphatic system. Most men press go on their day while their body is still half asleep. That's like starting your car in freezing weather and flooring the gas pedal instantly. That engine won't last long. But when you warm your body up slowly, your joints move more fluidly, your brain functions more clearly, and your muscles respond faster. And this is the part that surprises people the most. Your body learns through repetition, not effort. It doesn't need intensity, it needs consistency. Now, after the shoulders, I want you to gently turn your head left and right, not forcing it, just waking up the neck muscles that keep your posture tall and your balance steady. Men over 50 often start losing stability because their neck muscles tighten overnight. This small movement tells the brain, wake up, realign, reset. And guess what? When your neck loosens, your entire spine follows. Now stand up slowly. Don't rush. Don't swing your body forward. Place your hands on your hips and take one more slow breath in. When you breathe out, let your shoulders melt down. You're telling your body, I am in control today. This whole ritual takes less than 2 minutes, but it activates your nervous system, your lymphatic system, your respiratory system, your digestive system, and your circulation all before you take a single step into the day. This is how you lower inflammation naturally. This is how you start reversing stiffness. This is how you bring back energy, clarity, and strength. Now, once the body is awake, we move into the second habit, the habit that saved my joints, saved my digestion, and improved my mobility more than anything else. But before I describe it, let me explain why most men over 50 struggle with stiffness, heaviness, and slow mornings. During sleep, your body pulls fluids into joint space. That's normal. But as we get older, those fluids don't drain as quickly. The lymphatic system, which is responsible for clearing waste, becomes sluggish without movement. That's why the first 10 minutes after waking determine how your joints will feel for the next 10 hours. When men jump straight into their day without awakening the lymph system, the body stays stuck. The joints stay stiff, the muscles stay rigid, the brain feels slow, you feel older than you are. But when you wake up your system early, everything begins to flow more efficiently. That's why men who adopt this morning ritual often tell me, Doc, I feel younger. And it's not an illusion, it's physiology. Now add the next step, hydration timing. Hydration is one of the biggest secrets to aging well, and most men don't time it properly. They drink water later in the day, but not in the morning when the body needs it most. When you wake up, your brain is dehydrated, your blood becomes slightly thicker, your organs need that first flush of water to activate digestion, cleans toxins, and boost circulation. So here's what I want you to do right after the breathing and alignment ritual. Drink a full glass of warm water. Not cold, not iced warm. Why warm? Because it relaxes your internal muscles, it boosts digestion, it hydrates the brain faster, and it triggers a gentle wave of detoxification that helps the body feel lighter and cleaner. If you start every morning with warm water before food, before coffee, before anything else, your whole system wakes up in a healthier way. Your joints loosen more, your digestion improves, your focus becomes sharper, and your organs function with less stress. Now, let's talk about something even more important, light exposure. Men over 50 need natural morning light more than ever. Your body uses light to regulate your internal clock, your sleep rhythm, your metabolism, your mood, and your energy. But most men open their phones before they open their curtains. That artificial light confuses the brain and makes the body sluggish. So right after your morning water, I want you to step outside for 1 minute. Just one. You don't need to walk far. You don't need to stand in the sun. Just let natural light hit your eyes and your skin. That light tells your brain, wake up, it's daytime. And then your hormones follow the correct pattern for the rest of the day. Your energy stays higher, your stress stays lower, your sleep becomes more restorative, your metabolism improves, your mood stabilizes. Morning light is one of the most powerful medicines you can give your body, and it's free. You just have to use it. Now, let me connect this full routine for you. Wake up while you breathe deeply, while you loosen your shoulders and neck, you stand with intention, you hydrate with warm water, you gather 1 minute of natural light. This combination is what I consider the foundation of a healthy aging routine. It's what set me on the path to living medication-free at 91, and it's one of the reasons I still drive, still move, still think clearly, and still feel energized every single day. But this is just the beginning. The next habit is where things get even more powerful. This habit changed the way my body handled inflammation, digestion, weight, tension, and mental clarity. It's something men over 50 need more than ever, and when you time it correctly, it works like a miracle. Now let's move into the next habit, the one that truly changed everything for me. If I could only choose one daily habit to keep for the rest of my life, this would be the one. Because this isn't just about movement, it's about resetting your metabolism, clearing inflammation, activating your joints, energizing your brain, and giving your body the signal it needs to stay young. This habit is simple. The first movement of your day must be intentional, gentle, and rhythmic, not intense, not exhausting, not rushed, just controlled movement that wakes up your entire body the right way. Most men over 50 make this mistake. They either move too little or too aggressively. They sit most of the day, then push themselves suddenly with heavy workouts or fast-paced activity and wonder why their joints hurt, why their recovery is slow, or why they feel drained afterward. Your body at this stage needs activation before exertion. It needs warming before loading. It needs circulation before pressure. So here's what I started doing in my 50s, and I never stopped. Every morning after my breathing, after my warm water, after that little bit of sunlight, I walk. Not a long walk, not a fast walk, a simple 5 or 7 minute walk inside the house, outside, up and down the hallway, wherever you want. Just enough to tell your muscles, joints, and lymphatic system, we're moving now. This one habit improved my digestion more than anything else. It also reduced morning stiffness, boosted my mental clarity, and helped regulate my weight. Walking first thing in the morning activates the largest muscle groups in your body, which then activate your metabolism. And when your metabolism wakes up early, everything in your day functions better. Most men don't realize how connected their body really is. Your muscles help your brain, your breath helps your joints, your hydration helps your circulation, your light exposure helps your sleep, and your movement helps everything. That gentle morning walk is like hitting the on switch for your whole system. But here's the secret: it has to be done before eating. That timing changes everything. When you walk before your first meal, your blood sugar stays more stable, your digestion activates naturally, and your system burns fuel more effectively. You become more insulin sensitive. Your body becomes more efficient at using energy instead of storing it. That's why men who do this morning walk notice their belly shrinking, their energy climbing, and their mind becoming sharper. The timing is what makes it work. Now, I want to share something important with you, something a lot of men ignore. If you want to feel younger, you have to move your spine. The spine is the center of circulation, the center of lymph flow, the center of nerve communication. When your spine stiffens, everything stiffens. So during that morning walk, I want you to swing your arms. Let them move naturally. Let your shoulders rotate. Let your upper body loosen with every step. You're pumping fluid through the body. You're supporting your discs. You're telling your nervous system, wake up and communicate properly. Do you know what most men do instead? They tighten their shoulders. They walk with short steps. They look down at their phone and they compress everything. The walk becomes stress instead of therapy. But when you walk tall, when you loosen your arms, when you breathe with rhythm, your body transforms that walk into medicine. And this is not just about the physical benefits. This morning walk resets the mind. It lowers morning stress, breaks mental fog, sharpens focus, and brings the mood into a steady, calm state. For men over 50, that mental clarity is priceless. You don't want to start the day foggy, stressed, overwhelmed, or stiff. You want to walk into the day clear, grounded, and energized. That's what this simple ritual does for you. Now, after this short walk, I want you to add one more thing, my 3-point mobility reset. This takes less than 90 seconds, but it restores alignment in areas that cause most of the discomfort men feel. The hips, the lower back, and the upper back. Start with your hips. Stand tall, feet shoulder width apart, and make slow circles with your hips. 5 circles clockwise, 5 circles counterclockwise. This releases tension around the hip joints where most people carry stiffness without realizing it. When your hips loosen, your lower back relaxes, your knees take less pressure, your walk becomes smoother. Then loosen your thoracic spine, place your hands gently on your shoulders, and rotate your torso left and right, nice and slow. You're not twisting aggressively, you're waking up the muscles that support your posture. Men over 50 tend to round forward, and this simple movement reverses that pattern. When your thoracic spine opens, you breathe better, you stand taller, your shoulders relax, your neck tension decreases. Finally, loosen your ankles, move them in circles 5 each direction. Ankles are the foundation of your balance. As we age, Ankle mobility declines quickly unless you actively maintain it. When the ankles stiffen, the knees and hips take more stress, so this tiny movement protects your entire lower body. This is why I've stayed mobile, flexible, stable, and balanced even at 91. I never let my foundational joints get rusty. I move them every morning, not with intensity, but with intention. Now let me explain something crucial about timing, because timing is one of the secrets of healthy aging that most people overlook. Your body has internal clocks. Every organ, every muscle, every cell has a rhythm. And when you sync your habits with those rhythms, the body becomes more efficient, more energized, more balanced. The morning is when your cortisol naturally rises. That's good. Cortisol in the morning is supposed to wake you up, sharpen your focus, and give you energy. But when you start your day stressed, rushing, sitting, or skipping movement, that cortisol becomes imbalanced. It spikes too high or stays too low, and then you feel tired, irritable, foggy, or overwhelmed. This morning movement, breathing, hydration, light exposure, walking, mobility, keeps cortisol in the perfect range. You feel more stable, your mood stays steady, your mental clarity improves. And your energy lasts throughout the day instead of dipping and spiking. Men often tell me, "Doc, I feel like I don't have the same drive I used to." And I always tell them, your body doesn't lose drive. It loses rhythm. Fix the rhythm and the drive comes back. Now after this morning routine, your body is ready for the next part of your day food. And this is where the next habit becomes powerful. But before we get into that, let me share something essential about inflammation. Inflammation is the root of most discomfort men feel after 50. Not all inflammation is bad. Your body uses it to heal. But chronic inflammation is what stiffens joints, tightens muscles, slows digestion, affects focus, and accelerates aging. And here's the surprising part. One of the biggest triggers of inflammation is what you do within the first hour of your day. If you start your day with processed food, sugary foods, heavy meals, or stress, you send your inflammation levels in the wrong direction. But when your morning starts clean, calm, and intentional, your inflammation stays under control all day long. This is why men who follow this routine feel lighter, their joints feel younger, their mind feels clearer, their mood feels calmer. This morning sequence is not just a set of habits. It is a reset button for your entire system. And now we move into the fourth habit, the habit that transformed my digestion, my weight, my energy, and my ability to stay medication-free into my 90s. This habit is tied to food, timing, and balance, and when you get it right, your body responds beautifully.